So anyway guys, sit back, relax, and enjoy these tips. I'm going to be going through the best ice fishing lures you can use for the crappie. Over the past few years, the crappie fishing popularity has spiked. From people not really wanting to be fishing for crappie at all, to people fishing for crappie all the time. They've probably became one of the most popular game fish in all of North America, which is pretty amazing. I'm going to talk to you about how to ice fish for them today. Ice fish for your crappie is actually very difficult in my opinion. They have a very finicky bite, especially in the wintertime. Sometimes they'll even bite and you'll never even notice. The key to ice fishing for the crappie though is patience. You'll go to a spot and they won't bite, but they'll be down there and you'll see it on your flasher. There's going to be fish down there, but you gotta be patient. You gotta keep playing with them until you get them to bite. Very finicky fish, like I was saying. And sometimes they're not even there at all. Sometimes you just gotta locate a school, which can be very challenging in most cases. Fishing those big Kawartha lakes, trying to find them is definitely pretty tough. When you're fishing for your crappie and through the ice, I think one of the best things you could use is the soft plastics. The soft plastics might not work as good as live baits or just minnows, but they work pretty good, and they're a good substitution if you forget them, or if you just want to fish for the bigger fish, because usually the minnows are catch your little perch or your little crappie in the area. The soft plastic's more of a generally for the bigger fish. So what you want to do is simply just get a grub, tip it on a jig, and or get a little crappie tube, tip it on a jig, and it works really well. In my opinion, the best colors are the brighter colors for the crappie. The pinks or the chartreuses, and they work really, really good. I've caught several crappie out of the Kawartha lakes on the bright pink, actually. I'll show you right here. Even this year, this one's working really well. So, if you guys are wondering what my favorite soft plastics are, it's the Exxon soft plastics. I don't got any on me right now, but I'm just going to talk to you about them. I'm sure you guys have heard of the Exxon Slammer and the Exxon Swammer, but you might have not heard of the Exxon Pan Slammer. It's a part of Exxon's pan fishing series, and it works amazing for your Kawartha crappie. Comes in all the colors I was talking about, such as the pink and the chartreuse, and it catches a lot of fish. Go check out the Exxon Pan Slammer. I'll put the link in the description. Now that we're done talking about the soft plastics, I'm going to be talking to you about the jigging Rap. The jigging Rap is actually one of the best crappie fishing lures in my opinion. All you gotta do is drop it down there and rip it back up. It's very simple. But it works so good because, a guy told me this once. I'm going to tell you this, guys. If somebody throws a ball at you, what's your reaction? Your reaction is to catch the ball. If somebody drops a fish in front of a crappie, what do you think their reaction is going to be? To get the fish. It's just instincts. Their instinct is going to be attack, eat. You know what I mean? So this is more of a reaction strike lure in my opinion. It's been working really well. It's got the red nose and it's got the chartreuse back. That's one of the best color variations in my opinion for the crappie. Working this year, works for the past years. Almost all my life I've been ice fishing. It's been working really well. Anyway, I'm going to be talking now about a pretty interesting lure I've used fishing your crappie. Micro spoons work amazing for the crappie as well. But this, I find, works even better. It's very strange. You're going to be pretty surprised when I show you this. Some of you wouldn't think that. Are you kidding me? But it's a very little Mepps spinner. It works great. You got put a little weight on it to help it get it down there, and then obviously just jig it up and down. This thing is gonna be spinning around in all different directions. It's gonna attract the fish. It works great. It's more of a reaction strike lure too, in my opinion, but definitely the flash helps bring the fish. I just want to share that little thing with you too. And yeah, a little Mepps spinner works great. So anyway guys, I'm going to be sharing with you one more final tip that works really good. Obviously not for your spinners or your jigging Raps, but this works good for just your grubs, your live bait, your minnows on a jig. Just get a bobber and fish with the bobber. The bobber, once your line's already down there, you just clip on bobber on the line. Really, the bobber then works as your rod tip. You could see everything that's going on with the bobber and you know if the fish is taking your lure. It's a very helpful thing that I've used. I guess you can kind of classify it as an indicator, and it works great for the crappie, obviously, because they have the very light, finicky bite. Sometimes you might not even notice it. So, yeah, that's just my last tip, and pretty cool thing I've learned. So that concludes my video. I hope you learned a lot about crappie fishing in the winter through the ice. I mean, it's a very challenging thing to do, and usually many people just give up after trying a few times because sometimes there's a lot of no fish days. But I mean, when you find them, you're gonna have the time of your life. Trust me, and use these simple techniques, and it works.